The 2025 NBA playoffs have arrived and the New York Knicks are gearing up to face the Detroit Pistons in the first round. It's a classic matchup of experience versus youth, and there's a lot to break down. From roster upgrades to playoff debuts, this series has all the ingredients for a battle, so let's dive into what you can expect. The Knicks come into the playoffs as the third seed in the Eastern Conference after a strong regular season. Key additions like Karl-Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges have added new dimensions to both ends of the floor, giving New York a much-needed boost. And now that Jalen Brunson has returned from his injury, the Knicks are hoping he'll be the engine that drives them deep into the postseason. On the other side, the Detroit Pistons are officially back in the playoffs for the first time in 17 years. It's been a long road, but this season marked a real turning point for the franchise. Led by the dynamic Cade Cunningham, the Pistons didn't just improve, they exploded, tripling their win total from last season and jumping from 14 wins to 44. And that kind of a leap is no fluke. Detroit is here to compete. Now let's talk about how these teams matched up during the regular season. The Pistons actually won the season series 3 games to 1, including the final 3 matchups. Cade Cunningham has been playing a huge role in that success, giving the Knicks defense all kinds of problems and forcing them to adjust on the fly. But of course, the playoffs are a completely different environment. The intensity ramps up, every possession matters, and experience often makes the difference. The regular season definitely gave the Pistons a lot of confidence, but the postseason is where the real test begins. All eyes will be on the backcourt matchup between Jalen Brunson and Cade Cunningham. Brunson, as we know, brings leadership, poise, valuable playoff experience, but he will need every bit of it to contain Cunningham, whose energy, scoring ability, and fearlessness have been a spark for Detroit all season. In the front court, Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson are going to have their hands full. They'll be going up against the Pistons' young, physical duo of Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. And for the Knicks to control the paint, Towns and Robinson will need to set the tone early and often. And don't sleep on the wings. OG Anunoby could be the X factor here. If he's tasked with guarding Cunningham, his length and defensive IQ could disrupt Detroit's offensive rhythm in a major way. Coaching will also play a massive role in this series. Tom Thibodeau has been here before, he knows what it takes to win in the playoffs, and his defensive schemes are built for moments like this. But the challenge will be in managing rotations. Beyond the top 7 players, every minute matters, and Tibbs will need to find the right balance between veterans and bench depth. One thing is for sure, the Knicks have to be ready to match Detroit's physical style of play, especially in the paint. The New York Post has highlighted this as a key area of concern, and if New York wants to win the battle down low, they will need to bring grit from game 1. So what can we expect? Well, most experts are leaning towards the Knicks in this matchup. Predictions vary from a 5 to a 7 game series, but the common thread is New York's experience and their home court advantage, giving them the edge. A strong start in game 1 on Saturday at 6 p.m. at Madison Square Garden could be a tone setter. The Knicks need to establish dominance early and remind Detroit that the playoffs are a different ballgame. But they cannot afford to take the Pistons lightly. Detroit has nothing to lose, and that makes them dangerous. With young talent, momentum, and hunger, they're coming into this series with something to prove. So the stage is set for a high-stakes, high-drama first-round series. The Knicks have the experience, the roster, and the crowd behind them, but the Pistons have fire, fearlessness, and a chip on their shoulder. It's going to be a heck of a battle, and we can't wait to see how it unfolds. But let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. Who do you think takes this series? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you won't want to miss. This is KNYT here, and I'll see you in the next one.